الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فبما رحمة من الله لنت لهم ولو كنت فظا غليظ القلب لانفضوا من حولك فاعف عنهم واستغفر لهم وشاورهم في الأمر فإذا عزمت فتوكل على الله إن الله يحب المتوكلين آمنت بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Respected brothers and elders and my beloved students and youth, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dosta buzurgo, Allah Ta'ala's وَضْرِبْ in Surah Al-Kahf. Allah Ta'ala said in Surah Al-Kahf, Allah Ta'ala is saying, وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيا كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. The world, this dunya. وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيا كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَاهُ. Allah gives example, Allah gives a parable of the world, this life in this world, with water. With water. The example of this life, of this world, is like water. It's in the Quran. وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. Set forth example. Set forth an example. مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. The example of this worldly life. The example of this worldly life. كَمَاءٍ أَنزَلْنَاهُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ. Like water. Like the water which I caused it to come down from the heaven, from the sky. Now, in the Quran, Allah Ta'ala gives example of this worldly life with water. This dunya has been given a parable, a example with water. First of all, water is something we need in our life. Water, everyone needs, every living creature needs water. Right? So water is a vital need. Is a vital need, fundamental need for human beings. Water. Number two, if water, whatever we need, that amount of water is beneficial. But if it's extra water, it can cause harm. Tsunami, drowning, big waves, flood. If water is too much, it is harmful. Right? It can cause flood. It can destroy a city. It can destroy a whole country. Big tsunami can come. It can wipe out everything. It can clean the entire city. Allah forbid, Allah protect us. All this kind of storm, hurricane, all this kind of stuff. It's water. Same water our life is dependent on. The water we depend on. Now the water, if it's more, our life becomes vulnerable, it becomes at risk. Our life becomes at risk. Same water, before it was beneficial, we are living on the water. We can't live without water. If the water is too much, it's going to cause me harm. It's going to take my life. It's going to destroy my assets. It's going to destroy my field, my garden, my cultivation. Allah, Quran Kareem, يضل هدى للناس تبيان لكل شيء تبيان لكل شيء. This Quran is to give us guidance that, oh Allah's slaves, when living in this world, you must know that it's like water. وَاضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كَمَاءٍ أَنْزَلْنَاهُ. The example of this world is like water. Number one, water, if it's according to our needs, our desire, then it is beneficial. Number two, if the water is too much, if there's excessive water, it can cause flooding. It can cause us to drown. A ship needs water to run. Ship needs water to float. But what if the water goes inside the ship? What if the water goes inside the ship? You want to cross a river, or merchandise, cargo, or merchandise, materials, commodities. All these are being exported, for example, through ship, through seas, ocean. So water. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض واختلاف الليل والنهار والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس والفلك التي تجري في البحر بما ينفع الناس. Quran is saying that ship which runs in the water, which flows in the water, بما ينفع الناس, it gives benefit to humanity. It gives benefit to human beings. Imagine living in America, maybe 50-60% or more or less, whatever, our clothes, our instruments, our materials, accessories, our food, they are coming through a ship. Now the ship needs water to come to America. The ship needs water to transfer goods to a certain place. What if the water goes inside the ship? The ship will go down in the water and is going to give the fish in the water, they will be the one enjoying whatever goods in the container of the ship. It's not going to come to insan. So number one, we need water. Ship needs water, but the water can't go inside. We need water. We are living in this world. We are human beings. We have needs. We have desires. We have needs and desires. We have taqaza, right? We have want. We want this and that. We want food. But the water can't go inside myself. Dunya cannot come into my heart. Dunya cannot come into my heart. If dunya comes to my heart, if dunya takes control of myself, then the ship will drown in the water. If water comes in the ship will drown. And if dunya, love of dunya comes inside my heart, I will also drown. I will also drown. I will be dead. So ship, وَالْفُلْكِ الَّتِي تَجْرِي فِي الْبَحْرِ بِمَا يَنْفَعُ النَّاسِ. Number three, Allah gives example of the world with water. One of the one of the biggest quality of water is that it's not going to stay in one place, right? On a flat surface, if you put some water, it's going to flow. Saylan is one of the biggest quality of water. It flows. It can't stay in one place. It does not stay. It's not permanent. It's not secure. It's going to flow. It's going to walk. It's going to move. It's going to go away. Dunya, it will go away. Dunya will not stay forever. I will not stay forever. All the luxury of the world will not stay forever. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم Rasul said, إنما مثلي, my example is like the traveler, استظل تحت الشجرة, who's taking rest under a tree, and when his time comes, he goes away. لا تتخذوا الضيعة فترغبوا في الدنيا. Live in the world, but don't attach the heart with the world. Live in the world. Enjoy Allah, whatever Allah bounty gave. Enjoy it. But don't attach the heart with the world. ولا تطع من أغفلنا قلبه عن ذكرنا واتبع هواه وكان أمره فرطا. Another ayat, ولا تكن من الغافلين. So by Allah, the reason Allah gives example of the world with water is because of these qualities. Water cannot stay in one place. It's going to move. It's going to have saylan, yasilu. So will this world and the inhabitants of this world. Me, I will not stay here permanent. حقيقة الإيمان فمن يرد الله أن يهديه يشرح صدره للإسلام. Quran, Allah Ta'ala is saying, فَمَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَهْدِيَهُ يَشْرَحْ صَدْرَهُ لِلْإِسْلَامِ. فَمَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَهْدِيَهُ, the one Allah wants to guide him, the one Allah Ta'ala wants to guide him or her, the one Allah Ta'ala wants to give hidayat, guidance to anyone, يَشْرَحْ صَدْرَهُ لِلْإِسْلَامِ. Allah expands the heart for Islam. Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, what are the symbol, alamat, that Sharh Sadr for Islam has been done? That Islam, my chest has been expanded, opened up for Islam. What are the alamat? What are the signs? Janab Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam replied, O Sahaba, number one, 3 alamat, 3 signs that if a person has these 3 qualities, any person, any male, any female, any Muslim youth, anyone who has these 3 qualities, then Allah has expanded his or her heart for Islam. And the one whose heart has been expanded, opened up for Islam, Allah will give him guidance. Allah will give her hidayat. Number 1, التجافي عن دار الغرور. التجافي عن دار الغرور. Detaching my heart from this world. No, not on this world. عن دار الغرور, from the house of deceivement. From the house of deceivement. From the deceiving house. This world is Darul Ghurur. A deceiving world. A deceiving world. What does deceiving mean? Deceive. I was deceived. I was given dhoka. Ami dhoka khaisi. Amake dhoka dawa hoise. Mane ki? I was deceived. I thought this thing was this, but it turned out to be something else. Huh? Right or not? Dhoka? I thought this is something, but then it turned out to be otherwise. It's called dhoka. Right? At times, Allah gave us alhamdulillah, Allah gave us iman. But Allah made us insan also. Often we might think, oh, this is a nice, beautiful world we have. Oh, there's so many luxuries out there. So many nice foods. There's so many luxury. Let's enjoy this life. I think there is a lot of enjoyment in this world. I think this is the only life I have. ما هي إلا حياتنا الدنيا نموت ونحيا وما نحن بمبعوثين. I don't think there is a life hereafter. هيهات هيهات لما توعدون. هيهات هيهات لما توعدون. I don't think there is something called akhirat. I don't think there is something called hereafter. I don't think there's something called the punishment of qabr. I don't think there's something called pulsirat. I don't think there's something called mizan. The scale which Allah will uplift, which Allah will bring for every single human being. Mizan. وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ لِيَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ فَلَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا وَإِنْ كَانَ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ مِّنْ خَرَدَلٍ أَتَيْنَا بِهَا. O insan, O human being, even if you do a mustard seed amount of any good or bad, مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ مِّنْ خَرَدَلٍ, a mustard seed amount of good or bad, if you do, I will bring that on the day of Qiyamah on the scale. So Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, what are the alamat, what's the sign that my heart has been expanded, Sharh Sadr for Islam, my heart has been opened up for Islam? Number one, Janab Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, At-tajafi an daril ghurur, to detach my heart, to take my heart away from the house of deceivement, from the deceiving house, from the deceiving world. At-tajafi. At-tajafu, jafa means that not only to detach, means not to have muhabbat and love for this world. Not to have love, muhabbat, attraction, being inclined towards this world of deceivement. Ale insan, Allah Ta'ala is saying, Ya ibadi, Ya ibadi, Hadith Qudsi. This world, how can Allah Ta'ala give us Iman and Islam and give us this command that you have love for the deceiving world? Something which will not last, something which will not stay forever, something which is here today and tomorrow is gone. So if you ask me that, Mufti Sir, to detach the heart from the deceiving world, to be like not to be inclined, not to be interested in this world, which is the house of deceivement, what's the prescription? What's the method? Remember, the ship has to flow on the water. Ship has to flow in the water. It has to run in the water. It can't go in the water. Ship needs water to flow. Ship needs water. The container, the ships, the container in the ship, the cargo ship, they need to come to America. They're going to come from wherever, China or whatever it is. They got to come to Red Sea, Atlantic, whatever. They can't drown. They can't sink. But they need the water. But we need the world. We need to live. But we can't sink in the world. We can't sink in the world. وَضْرِبْ لَهُمْ مَثَلَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا كَمَاءٍ أَنْزَلْنَاهُ. The example of this worldly life is like water. It's like water. Number one, water, it is beneficial if it is according to your needs. I need water. It's good. But a flood is harmful. A tornado, the hurricane is harmful. Tsunami is harmful. So number three, that water cannot stay in any place. It's going to have Sailan, one of the biggest quality of water, Sailan. It flows, it goes on and on. Dunya will not stay forever. It never did. It never did. Acha. And the second alamat, the sign that someone's heart has been expanded for Islam. Janabi Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Al-inaba ila daril khulud. Al-inabatu ila daril khulud. Muhabbat, rughbat. Love. Being inclined towards the house which is permanent. Towards the house which is permanent, which is Jannat, خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها حولا. خالدين فيها لا يبغون عنها حولا. إن لكم أن تصحوا فلا تسقموا أبدا. وإن لكم أن تحيوا فلا تموتوا أبدا. وإن لكم أن تنعموا فلا تبأسوا أبدا. Four promises the moment Jannati goes to Jannat. One announcement will be made. إن لكم أن تحيوا فلا تموتوا أبدا. You will be living forever. No death for you from today. No maut, no death for you from today. When Allah will give a manifestation to death on the day of Qiyamah. It will come in a manifest. Allah will give death, maut, a manifestation. It will be brought in the shape of a ram, and Allah will give the order, the ram, the maut, death. Death will be given death. Yeah, bhai. Maut will be given maut. It's in the hadith. When the Jannati will see that maut has been given maut, that there is no more death, they would have died out of pleasure and enjoyment. But since there's no death, so they will not die. But if there was death, the Jannati out of happiness and enjoyment, they would have died. And when the Jahannami, may Allah protect and forbid, when the Jahannami, they will see that death has been given death and there's no more death, they would have died. They would have desired death, that, oh Allah, give us death. When the Jahannami, they will find out that, oh Allah, there's no more death for us today. There's no maut. Out of agony and remorse and regret, they would have died. But there is no death. There is no death. So the second alamat, symbol that my heart has been expanded for Islam. Al-inabatu ila daril khulud. Being inclined, being ashik, being a lover of Jannah. And number 3, the third alamat, the third sign, al-isti'adadu lil-maut qabla nuzul al-maut. Al-isti'adad lil-maut qabla nuzul al-maut. To prepare for death before death comes to me. To prepare for death before death comes to me. This is فَمَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ أَنْ يَهْدِيَهُ يَشْرَحْ صَدْرَهُ لِلْإِسْلَامِ. And وَمَنْ يُرِدْ أَنْ يُضِلَّهُ يَجْعَلْ صَدْرَهُ ضَيِّقًا حَرَجًا كَأَنَّمَا يَصَّعَّدُ فِي السَّمَاءِ. The one Allah wants to misguide him, Allah makes the heart narrow. Allah makes the heart narrow, tongue. He thinks he's successful. He thinks, she thinks, I got everything in the world. Heart is narrow. So by the go, one thing is this, that we, no matter whatever lecture is given or done, we have to oblige ourselves to be in a certain environment where it's going to help me, motivate me to attain success of this world and the hereafter. True or not? Right? We must oblige ourselves to be in a certain environment of deen. Because this khutbah here for half an hour once in a week, I can ask my own self, will it suffice for my development? For my spiritual development? I mean, I'm going to go to the gym every day for half an hour or 1 hour. Just for my body. Yeah. For my body, abs, triceps, biceps, and whatnot, 6 packs. Right? 1 hour, 5-6 days a week, 1 hour, 2 hours. Just for the bodily development. So how about giving some time every day in the masjid for our dini, for our inside, my spiritual development. So alhamdulillah, we have different, being in the masjid, praying salah in jama'ah, number 1, definitely. Rasulullah said, I wish to burn the houses of those people, those adult male. They're sitting in their house and they pray salah, and there's no reason for them. They're not sick. They're not ma'zoob. They're not handicapped. They're not old people. Yet they will come in the masjid and pray salah. I feel like burning their houses. So, trying to be particular in praying salah in jama'ah, and if we can participate in the ta'aleem in the masjid, right? And whatever does tafsir is going to go on in the masjid, if I can be there. Inshallah, today after Isha, every last Friday, inshallah, every last Friday of the month after Isha, I'll do tafsir in English, inshallah, with the same purpose, that how can we make the best of our spiritual life, our soul. And in the house, spending every day 10 minutes in the house, we do ta'aleem in the house. Fadal amal, fadal sadaqat, Riyadus Salihin. This how inshallah is going to help me. But with all due respect, with all due love, half an hour in the khutbah, I don't think is going to be enough, right? What do you think? We should have something more kind of motivation out there. We don't eat once in a day, once in a week. We eat every day 3-4 times. I take shower every day. Right? May Allah Ta'ala give tawfiq. Wa akhiru da'wana. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.